on this episode of Bot versus Con.
You need to pick it up because it lights up and you're a sucker for that.
I am a sucker for gimmicks. It looks like a zombie girl or something like that. Oh man, I wish Romulus was scaled up. It's there. It's green and purple. That's like my least favorite episode.
No, I still think your least favorite would be the sing-along one.
It is the singing one.
Yeah, that's right. What are you willing to spend?
I'm priced out.
Without even knowing the price.
I'm priced out.
It really brings it to life, the show to life, I think.
Yeah. And I think it fits with what the figures looked like when the other members were made.
This toy is actually very, very close in size to the original Megatron toy.
Yeah, I can deal with this. This looks good. They talked about it being really good.
This is Bot versus Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
Welcome back, Bot vs. Con fans. As always, I'm Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con, and this is Bot vs. Con, where your voice is heard.
And we're back with another round of news. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you to our members. Really do appreciate your support. Also want to say thank you to our subscribers. Without you, we would not be doing this. I also want to take this time to thank all the people who've wished me, well with my leak and all that. The comments are very, very, very heartfelt, and thank you all. It means a lot to me. We're recovering. Also, want to say, if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We're well over 3,000 now, so we're on our way to 4,000. So if you could help us out there. Also, if you haven't got your official Bot vs. Con stand, please do that. I would show off mine, but I can't reach it. So it's not too late. Just go ahead and check out Icon 3D Labs. The link is in the description. And also, before we go any further, I want to say thank you to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime. There's a lot going on with them, and I think we should go ahead and kick off the news with them. What do you think?
Let's do it. And like you said, they will be attending Joe Fest, and here is their exclusive. This is VE01A Air Tiger. So I guess it's a Tiger Force Skyhawk. It'll be limited to 400. The price, I believe, is $120. So I think you need to be picking this up.
I think I'm not going to, but I think that you should, because you actually have some Joes or G.I. Joe characters.
I have no Joes, and this would not fit in with my Cobra characters.
It's a repaint.
Yeah. Honestly, it looks really good. I love the white faded on the tip. You know me. I like monsters, so I love the eyes and the mouth. I guess it's a tiger. Whatever. I like the yellow color. I like the missiles and stuff. Just pretty much like everything like the other one. It's just, I have nowhere to put this. I don't even have my Joes out. I don't plan to put them out anytime soon, besides Baroness. But yeah, this looks really cool. Go get it if you want it. Limited to 400. I know Target did do a line of the classified Tiger Force figures. I kept seeing them in stores, so I think this would go perfect with them.
I agree with you. I think this looks great. I don't collect G.I. Joe anything, so it's not for me, but it does look really good. If I did, of course, this would be on the shelf, and I'm not going to start another.
You'll go with the ramen toys.
I will just go with the ramen toys.
It does look very nice. So let us know if you're interested in the comments below.
Yes, they did a great job.
They did. Oh, I forgot that. All the little details are cool, and it lights up, which I think you need to pick it up because it lights up, and you're a sucker for that.
I am a sucker for gimmicks. Yeah, I was going to say the original, I remember that they released lit up, and they had it like going down like little cables and stuff like that, which is really cool. This looks great, but yeah, I don't even have figures to go in it. So
well, you have to buy one of those too.
Yeah,
isn't that so much fun?
Nope, not at all.
Next Funby Studios will be at TF Nation. So that's very cool. Maybe he'll have the signal lancers that seem to sell out really fast.
That's crazy. I just want to go to the UK. So, but that's
I was thinking of I watched this thing showing cheese fries from the UK, and I'm sure they have really good cheese fries, but the ones that this guy did not look good. It would be very fun to go there. I'd love to meet the person behind Funby Studios too. I think that would be very cool.
I completely agree.
Yeah, so maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Next at Robo Toy Fest, Greg Berger is going to be there. I did not know he was Odie and Garfield, Mysterio and Kraven in Spider-Man the Animated Series, and the Gromble in All Real Monsters, which was like one of my favorite childhood shows. Now I want to meet him just because he was those people. Grimlock, but I'm just joking. Just joking. So, very cool that he's going to be there. I really didn't know he was any of those. I think that's very cool. Robo Toy Fest. I think that's another one you need to go to.
I think the cool thing about it is that it's in the same location that TFCon's at. So
there you go. It's so easy for you to fly there.
Yeah, it's easier for you to drive there than it is for me to fly there.
No, I'll be in that area a week or two after, so I can't make it, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can just extend your vacation or go earlier.
No. Okay, well, actually, yes, I will. Why don't you give me the money to cover missed work and the hotel and stuff, and we'll go from there. Moving on to Bobby's favorite slides, the leaks, which I think Bobby is actually happy about with some of them, but not this one. We've got Widowmaker was leaked, The Age of Extinction, via Icon of Iacon. And this initial image we saw, I did not like it. What about you, Bobby?
I hate it. I'm not a fan of the movie face aesthetic. It looks like a zombie girl or something like that.
It really does. It really does.
But for you, this is great because you like zombies and stuff like that.
I do. The original artwork for Widowmaker, the concept art, because this is the concept art line, was red, and they changed it to orange, I guess, to be more of a classic McLaren. I don't know if that's one of their colors, but I guess it is. I wish it was red. The orange just doesn't pop, honestly. But these pictures make it look a lot nicer. The alt mode looks so slick. And the bot mode from this angle, I don't know if it's an angle thing, if the other picture was just bad, doesn't look horrible. And I think you need to pick this up because you like that alt mode.
I do love the alt mode. And
there you go.
I have a buddy who has a McLaren, and
there you go. Get two, one for you and one for him. It's
funny because he wears fake Jordans, and I remember we were at a car show, and a little kid came up to him and asked him if he had, what kind of Jordans he had on, and he told him whatever, and the guy's dad came over and was like, my son said, that style of Jordans are like, $4,000, and he said, oh yeah, the style is $4,000. And then the kid and the dad walked away, and he says, yeah, I buy knockoffs. He's like, nobody's gonna think I have fake Jordans on. I drive a McLaren. So
you need this for that talking point in your collection then.
That's not gonna happen, but it's always a hilarious story because he has he goes overseas and buys 10 pairs of knockoff Jordans and rock them. Shout out to my buddy.
Some of the stuff in both of our collections, I don't blame them.
Hey, I have some KOs in my collection, but yeah, I'm not driving a McLaren though. I need to do that. I need to get my money up to do that. Maybe if I stop collecting Transformers.
There you go. But I've got to say, the alt mode is very, very nice. I'm probably because it's officially licensed, so they probably got more money for the alt mode. The rims, gorgeous. It's fully painted in the front and the back. They even have a McLaren thing, and it transforms kind of like a Viacon, which I know you just got your first taste of that. How the whole top kind of comes off and then folds down into the legs, which I do really like. Honestly, this figure doesn't look too bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. I just don't like the orange.
Yeah.
The face is a little weird too. But that's, yeah.
I don't hope this is a shelf warmer. But if it gets reduced and on sale and some coupons and discounts, I'll pick it up then.
Same, honestly, same.
Just for the alt
$17.99.
mode.
You know, I'd probably, even though that's not too much, I'd still probably get it at that price.
What price?
$17.99.
Oh, yeah. Free 99 sounds better, but yeah.
Well, of course. Then Laserwave showed off this with the rest of them. I've got to say, Widowmaker looks the best out of these three.
I don't think it was. I don't think it's really a competition. You know.
Well, I think she's able to look better because she's not from the movie, so they could do whatever they want.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's why she looks better, you know, proportion-wise.
Yeah, I'm not happy with any of these. But if you like them, go get them.
Definitely.
You know, I just don't like the movie figures.
All right, now let's move on to something that we did a whole video on. So go check out our Megatron video, but there were some new images that came out. First, we have Rhea Kapow Toys, him next to New Age Romulus. What do you think about this?
Oh man, I wish Romulus was scaled up. I think the, you know, we talked about the back of the legs, and I didn't think about the tank treads and how it came together and made the aesthetic of the back of the legs, but it's very comparable to the Romulus. I didn't like the gray on the back of the legs, and you know, Romulus has that as well. I think that I think it's very comparable in terms of a complete figure, a complete looking figure. Like there's not a lot of waffling and gaps and stuff like that when you see it from the front and the back. Besides the part of the shoulders that you brought up, I think it looks very good in comparison for Hasbro to a third party. Do I think they're equally as good? No. I think for Hasbro, this is good for Hasbro. It's not in this, like, I wouldn't say, oh, that looks better than this. No, it doesn't. But for Hasbro, it looks like a good figure. The Romulus, I really like that figure. So I would say that's like a great looking chug scale figure, or, you know, whatever scale you want to call that in. But I think both look good. I think Hasbro did a very good job. Yeah,
I do too. Some notable things that are better on the Romulus are, well, I was going to say the fusion cannon first.
Definitely.
If it just slid down like we talked about, that would look better. But definitely the legs too. But then again, I like the thighs on Hasbro's because they look more clean. That's because it doesn't turn into a gun. If it turned into a gun, it would have to splay apart all crazy like. But those are the main differences that I see. I also like the yellow on Hasbro's version versus Romulus. Now, I don't know if the movie version of Megatron had the yellow, didn't have the yellow, but I'm used to seeing him with all three colors on his ab section. So, yeah, I think it's a pretty good figure. If Romulus was as big as Megatron, I think I would be a lot more happy with that figure. And I probably would get the black version because the articulation stuff is just so much better. But I think they're pretty good together.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the Romulus, and I think I'll be happy with the Megatron. I think I will probably transform it once, and then transform it back to bot mode, and that's where he will stay for eternity.
Yep. Laserwave showed off the what is it, butterfly joints. The butterfly joints on Megatron don't do nothing because of the shape of his arm.
they really don't.
Like if you look at Prime, like his shoulders actually go out because they're supposed to be butterfly joints. I believe with Megatron, it's a transformation joint. It does shift the arm forward a little bit more, so if you need that for pose, but it's not a proper butterfly joint.
It's like he went like this.
Exactly. Yeah. Instead of reaching over himself.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they have the same hands practically, which is cool.
So this is where my pet peeve about this one comes in. Like, I just don't like the ports on his arms, like on one arm. And I get why. As I think you said on the show, they probably just when they made it, they just made it twice and reversed it, so you can do that. But like, I'm looking at how clean Prime's arms are, and I just like that better.
Yeah, I agree. It just looks nicer. If it just had one peg on one arm, on the right arm, cool. I
Right.
mean, because you wouldn't be seeing it. But
Right.
both of them, I mean, not many people are going to put his little cannon on the back on his other arm, like that one picture.
Not at all.
Yeah. Next, here he is with the Earthrise Prime, as well as sitting in the chair, which looks very natural. Honestly, I really like this Optimus and Megatron scale. This is what I see, because I see Megatron being a big... I think all Decepticons should be bigger than Autobots, especially when he turns into a tank. Doesn't make sense scale-wise. I know that's not a G1 accurate scale, but yeah, I think this actually looks pretty cool. I don't like Optimus being very powerful either, but that's just my thing. Kind of takes away his whole homegrown atmosphere if he's chosen by God to destroy Megatron. So, but anyways, I think these two look very good together.
I hate this scale. This looks dumb.
Well, that's because you're an Optimus fan and I'm a Megatron fan. So.
Not only that, but I just like, they're in two different weight classes. I mean, I totally dislike this scale. This looks like, I don't see this happening at all. But that's why there's something out there for everybody. I definitely wouldn't. I'd be totally put off. And then not only that, but then for Megatron to lose as much as he does. But again, to each their own.
Yeah.
I think the throne looks very good in the throne.
I think the throne looks a little small. Because it's supposed to be for a smaller scaled figure like Starscream. Is it? Based on the tune from what you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But I think he fits in it fine. So, yeah, his arms fit on the armrest fine. It doesn't look like he's sitting on the edge because of the barrel in his back or anything like that. So it doesn't look forced.
I agree. It doesn't. My only thing with it is it's not. It looks more like a lazy boy because of how big he is versus a throne. Does that make sense?
I always think about lazy boys as being big and comfy. So,
okay, maybe this doesn't look like a lazy boy. Maybe this looks like a knockoff lazy boy you get at IKEA.
Okay. So yeah, I think it looks fine, but
it does look. I think it looks fine. But didn't somebody make an oversized version of the throne? There was a KO of it. Maybe that one would be better.
Yeah.
And here he is with Grimlock, which I think this is a fine scale.
This just makes me wish that the Robus and Grimlock was bigger, and I understand why it's not, but that would have been nicer to see.
Oh yeah, if you could actually have this scale with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's also funny that both of these are going to be leader classes.
It's better than him being a commander class. I would have.
We don't know. They might have. They might say, "Oh, people are actually liking this. Bump it up to commander class." Would you buy it then?
No.
Okay.
No. Mm-mm. I'd wait for a sell or a knockoff, whichever came first. I like it, but not that much.
Yeah.
Especially if it's going to cost equally or more than what I paid for Prime, and Prime came with so much stuff.
That's the thing. I mean, and he's not really coming with a lot.
Yeah.
So. He comes with a good amount for a leader. A gun, a sword, cool, but like not for Commander class.
No, not at all.
Somebody online said, watch, they're gonna put this and Prime in a premium deco with him with his mace and Prime with the Energon axe. And it's gonna be a 2-pack. And he's gonna be painted all silver and stuff. And I'm like, yep, it's gonna be a PulseCon exclusive.
Oh, I can see that in a heart and very easily. And it'll be, you know, the ultimate battle or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll see. Let us know what you think down below. Go watch our hour-long deconstruction of the leaks that we looked at. And we will continue right after the short break.
Definitely.
Moving on to just announced, we have something that I think Bobby's going to get. And that's this Ravage and Shadow Panther 2-pack, because you said you wanted to get them if they go together in alt mode, and they do. They're both black. It's one singular black cat. And I also think you need to get these Dinobots right here, because haven't you ever wanted Grimlock with the fins on his back? So go ahead and pick both of these up and let me know how they are.
No to both. Definitely to the Dinobots. The Ravage and Shadow Panther is a little bit better, but you're the con. I think you should definitely go ahead and do that. And
I will be picking them up, like I've said before, if I see them in stores. I'm not gonna go pre-order them, hunt them out. It would be like I'm picking up groceries at Target. Oh well, throw that in the cart while I'm there. Like, I'm not going out of my way to look for it.
Yeah, I'm okay, but I think you should definitely do it and let us all know how they are.
Well, the other ones are on wave 1, so I guess we'll be letting them know on those first. But this is one kind of was weird to me. We got Slipstream and Starscream, and Slipstream's the front, and Starscream's the back. I thought it'd be reversed. Get ready for every Seeker. If you're a Seeker collector, this is going to be Skywarp and Thundercracker. This is going to be Dirge and Ramjet. This is going to be everybody. But it looks nice. I'm good. I don't need it, but it's nice.
You need a new Slipstream. Do it.
I do need a new Slipstream, but I need one that actually transforms into a full jet.
It's close enough.
Okay, go ahead and buy it for me. I'll be looking forward to it in the mail. But let's move on to something that you need for your Optimus collection that you don't have. And that's a Jumbo Chan Optimus Prime from Funko. It's 14 inches tall. It's a retro-inspired hard vinyl Optimus Prime. It's limited to only 1,200, so you got that FOMO going on. It'll be available on June 13th at the Funko website at 9 a.m., so get prepared, Bobby. And it's $250. So I think this needs to find its way into your collection.
I wish I might spend $250 for this.
Do it. You got nothing to lose.
$240.
It's worth $10.
Yep. That's yeah. I actually like the body on it. Like it looks like a costume, like a Halloween costume or something like that, and it doesn't look bad. But I don't like the head, and yeah, the shield doesn't look. It almost looks fake.
I see what you're saying. Where I go get off the rails with this is they didn't paint the face silver.
Right.
They painted the shield silver, but not the face. So it looks weird and off. I don't know. That's like, it looks like the shield silver is different from the crest silver. So if they did the crest silver across the eyes, I think this would have looked so much better. But yeah, no, I'm good. Even if Nemesis, Toxitron, I'm good. I don't need this in my life.
Yeah,
but you do, because you are the Optimus collector of the two of us.
I'm good. I don't have a lot of space for any more Optimuses that look like this.
Next up, we have the Generations Book 2025 cover art. So the cover art's by Akira. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry. And you could go ahead and get this on July 19th in 2025 over in Japan. So as you could see, it has like everybody, all the new figures You got the HasLab Leo Kaiser, the new MPG, was it 16 Optimus? I don't remember the number for Optimus. You've got the Wild King Optimus. You got that AMT Predaking. You got the Titan class star convoy, and then in the back is Devastator, but he's black. So I don't know what that's about. But the cover looks cool.
I like the cover. The cover.
Predaking looks weird, but besides that, it's cool.
He looks really skinny.
Really skinny.
It's like
if you look at his leg, that the knee of Headstrong, or the head, of Headstrong, is bigger than its body.
Yeah.
But whatever. I still think it looks cool.
It still looks good though.
Go ahead and pick it up.
I was actually, when I saw this, I was considering it.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon Japan, I believe.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
Do you know what these are? The Generations books?
Not at all.
They're kind of like a year in review type of thing where they just show all the stuff that was released in the year.
Oh yeah, I'm not getting this.
You thought it was a comic?
I did. Yeah, I'm not getting this.
Not like that. They are really cool, but yeah.
There wasn't a lot that I don't want to review what's been coming out so far.
Why not? Maybe it'll make you buy some of them.
I can review it in the news.
Next up, we have Studio Series 86 Scavenger. First look via Twitter user RGE_B893CO. What do you think about this?
All right, so the legs look like purple bounce sheets. I'm sorry. I have a Costco box of bounce sheets, and I was washing clothes this weekend, and it looks like when you wet, like if they got wet, they start breaking apart. I'm sorry. It's there. It's green and purple.
All right, well, I'll get into a little bit more, and you could chime in. I think the silhouette looks great. It looks like what we'd want out of Scavenger. The head, again, looks pretty good. He doesn't have that big pacifier in his mouth, which is probably a good thing. But one of the first things I noticed are the hollow forearms. Those are very, very hollow. They've been kind of better with that recently, but it seems like with this set, they really threw all that away for the combined mode. Take it or leave it. All of these have like a lack of paint on them that I'm not a big fan of, but they're getting away with that by saying it's too accurate. So it is what it is. It's not bad. It's not the best Scavenger. It's not the worst Scavenger. It is the Scavenger that is there.
The set's finished. That's a good thing. Yeah, that's all I got.
Next up, we've got Oddly Bumblebee versus SG Bumblebee. And I think this is the first full image of the chase. Maybe it's not. Will you be picking these up?
No. I want to, but I'm not.
Just do it.
I'm not. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. Nope. I want to though. It looks good. I want the chase, and I can't guarantee that. So no. Mm-mm.
I really want somebody.
I can't guarantee it for the price that it would cost
to get it
versus the case that somebody would be willing to sell it to me for. Mm-mm.
I just wish somebody would make it Masterpiece Bug Bite / Shattered Glass.
Oh yeah,
Bumblebee, whoever would do it, but not yet. Let's talk about you spending $600 though.
The dogs aren't in here.
You know you're going to be picking up the Collector's Crafts. This is Ultra Magnus Escape Shuttle from the movie. It's $600 for the ship and stand and 22 inches long. This looks so nice. You need it in your collection.
I don't even know where I'd put it at.
You're going to get the Revenge, right? So get this one while you're at it.
No, I'm not getting either. I think they both look great.
You you gotta get them. You gotta get them.
Yeah, I think they both look great. I can't do it. I did pick up something else from them that I was looking to show off in the halls, but that'll be postponed. Yeah, I can't do that. I think it looks amazing though. I really do like it, and I would probably hang it from the ceiling
There you go.
in the basement. But
Do it. You'll have a whole new basement to hang these from the ceiling with.
my basement needs to get repaired first, so
It'll probably take it some time to ship to you. So there you go.
it'll take a long time to get shipped to me. It'll take a long time to get paid for. So but I think I do. I really think it looks good. I love how bright the colors are on it as well. Damn, it looks good.
Honestly, I think this is one of the best looking ships. I don't remember seeing it before. You see it in the movie, but you don't analyze it because it's probably you know what I mean,
right? It's going by and
you see it, yeah, and you're not. But this actually is a very cool looking ship. I love the Autobot symbol in the front. I like that he even did the gun underneath in silver. A lot of attention to detail. I know it's a Funby Studios tiny design that he upsized, but I really like this. Honestly, this would be a perfect animated Omega Supreme if they were to do that. Not saying that we would want it, but this would be like the perfect ship to do with all the colors and stuff.
When we've talked to Collector's Crafts offline, and he shared this with us. And when I first saw it, I was thinking Omega Supreme. Actually, I didn't even think of it as the getaway ship. And then as I started looking at it more, I was like, that looks very familiar. And that's when I was like, oh, it's not Omega Supreme. And yeah, this looks really good. It looks very, very good.
It really does. This confused me though. Nobody really knows what this is about, but it's Fanstoys Thomas. Is it a KO? All it says is it's a test model. I'm assuming there's going to be new Fanstoys KOs. Bring on the repaints. I've said it time and time again, if Fanstoys starts doing fun repaints, I'll pick up their figures. But and honestly, that red locomotive looks really cool. If it was finished, obviously.
I would get it in red.
Yeah.
I definitely would. It does look good. I'd be very curious to see what the shuttle mode looks like, as well as the bot mode.
What if it had a cowboy hat and bot mode? Because it's like old timey West.
The cowboy hat would come off.
Just joking.
It would stay in the bot.
But yeah, I think if we start getting shattered glass colors in Fanstoys KOs, bought. All of them are bought.
I would be upset because I'd have to wear my other shirt that says, I'm all out of money because of Fanstoys. Or that would be me.
That would be you. So, and probably be me too. So, all out of money because of Fanstoys * KOs. So, let us know what you think this means down below, and we'll see you in a bit with what has been updated.
I take it in that white too. Mm-hmm.
A little bit more color.
Yeah.
The Ghost Train.
It would be Casper.
Now let's get into the updates, and we'll start it off with something Bobby needs to pick up, as always. And that is the Wild King Wave 3. Both of these redecos look so much better than the original ones right next to them. They just look more premium.
They do. They really do. And honestly, the Megatron doesn't look bad either. I guess I just don't like the Prime. Out of all four, the Prime is my least favorite. And the I don't know, maybe that purple and black one might be my favorite. I don't know, that black Prime is kind of dope too. I don't know. But yeah, the new colors are better both ways.
I agree. I think the original Optimus is the worst. The Megatron, silver, gray, whatever you want to call it, is actually not bad.
Right.
It actually works, like you said. My favorite is the Nemesis. I love where the colors are. I love it. The teal on the knees, the hips, the shoulders. It's like the perfect spread. But I really like that black Megatron too. What's really killing me about these though are the feet. They should have molded an A stance if they're not going to give them what's it called, ankle tilts, because all of them look really cheap because of that.
Yeah, but I guess how much are these again?
Well, the set of Nemesis and the bull that comes with him is about $50.
Yeah. Nope, not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it.
And here they all combined up, which actually looks kind of cool as well. I like that the colors are muted on these with the Nemesis, but again, the lack of ankle tilts is kind of detrimental to how good these figures look.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Do it. This is probably about 120 per figure right here.
Hell no.
Next up, we have the Dramatic Capture Series, Thundercracker, and Reflector. I think this is a leak, but whatever. Reflector actually comes with all of the parts of the toy version of it, which is very, very cool, and I think looks phenomenal, honestly. Thundercracker looks like Thundercracker. So, yeah. And it comes with a Kremzeek. I didn't even notice that until right now. I love Kremzeek. So,
shout out to Derek. If you haven't watched our interview of Derek from BotCon, he said his favorite episode from G1 is the Kremzeek episode.
Yes, I just like little monster guys.
That's like my least favorite episode.
No, I still think your least favorite would be the sing-along one.
It is the singing one.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's like top 5 worst ones, I think.
Top 5 worst ones.
Yeah, top 5 worst episodes.
Anyways, what do you think of this Reflector? Is it going to make you buy this set?
No, not at all. I have enough Reflectors. Yeah, I'm good. It's if I was new to collecting and I didn't already have these, bought, but yeah, no need to go back down that line of picking up figures. Even with the repaint, these are still 5-6 year old figures.
Yeah, something like that. More than that. Anyways.
Yeah, more than that, actually. Yeah, you're right.
I think this is probably the definitive version of Reflector that you can get, though, because it comes with all the pieces. They all look very good. As far as Siege chug scale reflectors, I think this looks very, very nice. If the I only have one of them, so if this Reflector set was sold separately from Thundercracker and was like $40, $50, I'd probably pick it up. It's not. This is probably going to be like way more than that.
Well, the individual bots when they were out were they 15 or 20 each?
20 at that time.
Yeah, so
Siege everything was 20, so this would be $60.
Yeah, so you're talking about it being cheaper than what it was when
it's an old mold. They don't have to have all that tooling on it.
It's premium paint.
Is it? Or is it the paint we should have got to begin with?
Well, I mean, so yeah,
I'm just joking. I do think this looks very nice, though.
Yeah. So, it's as always, if you don't have it and or if you do have it and you like this, get it. Show it off to us. Let us know what it looks like.
Definitely
in hand.
Next up, we have Zoids. They are really keeping this price secretive, which you know what that means. Anyways, it'll be taking reservations on June 5th, so we'll know the price in a few days. We'll talk about it on our next show. And it has a motorized gimmick that opens the mouth. Ooh. Like, because Zoids have those gimmicks. So, what are you willing to spend?
I'm priced out.
without even knowing the price.
Priced out. Yeah.
Didn't you say like $70?
Yeah, and if you add the motorized gimmick in there, you know what? Like, and I know we've seen it next to other figures, but I would want to see, like, give me an actual measurement of how big it is. I know they're probably out there. I just haven't looked.
Well, we'll also probably get it when the prototypes come out. The pre-orders go out, and they say, you know, the dimensions. So when you pre-order it, you know. So we'll probably know soon.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of that. The AMT Rodimus had none of that stuff, and this is as big or bigger than that. That was, depending on where you ordered it from. I think somebody said the lowest when we were on. Was it the Marauder show?
The Marauder show, yeah.
Got it for $160. I think that was because he got it off of Ami or AliExpress or something. And the highest that we've seen has been domestic at $250. So I think this is going to be like $200 over in Japan and like $300, $350 here. Maybe even $250 in Japan. I think this is going to be so expensive. It's not even funny. And
are those lights in the cockpit, or is that?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm priced out.
All that's, you know, that's going to add an easy $100.
Now, let me retract that. They could do like Knight Rider, and you know, Knight Rider was $50, perfect with all the gimmicks and everything.
You're right, and it does look like a simple transformation from what we see. Who knows? It could be the most complex thing we've ever seen.
Right.
So if it's a simple transformation, has all these, it might not be bad. But
I'm gonna say $80 jumped to my head, but also $100 jumped to my head. So 80 to 100. I mean,
oh, my sweet little dreamer. We'll see when this.
I am tired. If that helps.
Yeah, both of us are.
Yeah. Ugh.
Moving on, we got YOLO Parts, Bumblebee Movie Soundwave. It comes with Ravage and Shockwave. I think we've already seen the Shockwave, but they look good. They look like what they're supposed to. That Ravage ain't fitting in Soundwave's chest, though.
The Shockwave almost looks like it has a Prime head on it a little bit.
You've never liked the head on the Bumblebee Movie Shockwave.
Yeah, it almost looks like Prime-ish. And the Ravage looks like it has almost like a short-nosed crocodile head on it or something like that.
I always thought the movie one from Bumblebee looked more like a dog than a cat.
Yeah. They both look fine. I know, like, as soon as they're in color, they're going to probably look amazing as well. But yeah, these I cannot go down this line. I'll say this: once I get to the point where I have all the figures I want, whenever that is, there are some non-transforming figures that I would love to have. Not saying that these are them, but I can see why people pick these up.
I was just about to say you're not picking up these. You would pick up the G1 versions way before these.
Definitely.
Yeah. Next up, we got something else that you're probably going to spend a lot of money on, and we've got M.A.S.K.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's go through each of these. First, we've got Rhino, I believe. What do you think?
I think it looks good, and I know there's been complaints about the chrome aspects of it, and I agree. I do wish they.
What are the complaints?
That it doesn't. It has the lack of chrome. So
it's just painted silver?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's a huge complaint. So, excuse me. That's a huge complaint, and I think it's warranted because, of course, the original did it, but you know, that's like complaining about Transformers not having the chrome that they had from the originals. You know, it is. I want it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not here, so it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I agree. I think for these, I think this is very similar to the Missing Link Optimus.
Ooh.
Type of thing. So I think this should have chrome. This isn't a budget-friendly figure. You know what I mean? This isn't for the kids like a lot of the Transformers are. This is supposed to be for collectors. So Chrome probably wouldn't have been too much of a stretch.
Yeah, and I mean, I've heard that San Diego Comic-Con is going to have a version that does have all the chrome on it.
Right, I remember. And you were going to go hunt all that down.
I want to. I do want to.
Get both of them.
I'd be tempted.
Next, we have the high-tech helicopter. It has to have another name than that. This is probably my favorite M.A.S.K vehicle. I think it looks so neat. I just wish it had a robot mode for me to put it in my collection. But this is very, very cool.
Yeah, Switchblade is the name.
There you go, Switchblade, yeah. Because they also called Rhino the Mobile Defense Unit, so I'm assuming those are like the official names, and that's their code names or something like that.
So Rhino is, and then I guess it was a Mobile Defense Unit. And I'm going to say it again, I did not think of Rhino as the main vehicle on the show, but then I never really paid attention, I guess, as a kid to Rhino being the logo. So
they probably just honestly, M.A.S.K came out after Transformers, correct?
Yes.
They probably just did that because of Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Because he's the main person of Transformers, so the same vehicle mode, so on, blah blah blah.
Yeah, this looks amazing, and yeah, I remember the spring in mine broke for the helicopter, the wings, so they. Like, what happens is that the wings slide back and form the sides of the helicopter, and when you would flip the tail fin up, it would and snap it in, the wings would release the wings, and the springs in mine didn't work anymore. So when I did it, the wings just like, and then the landing gear as well, the part that made the landing gear go to the sides, that was gone too. So
what were you doing to your figures?
I think I was very into taking things apart and putting them back together, and on one of them, the spring broke or something. That I tried using a push pin, like the spring in that, and it didn't.
Definitely not strong enough.
Yeah, so but yeah, these are great. I'm so excited about this as well.
Yep, and here we have I believe this is the Thunderhawk.
Yep.
Which looks good too. This one, all I can see is that it's inferior to the Ramen one, but different market, so I get it.
That's exactly what crossed my mind. As a kid, I loved this car. Probably one of the few American muscle cars that I liked, and I just wanted gold wings. I just wanted my car to fly. So, but yeah, it does pale into comparison to the ramen toy version, and I will pick this up, but it will, if they were all out at the same time, this would be the last one I grabbed.
Makes sense. They also showed off that the masks are going to do their little laser beams. There's a lot of pictures out there. I just chose these ones. Are you excited to have all your guys with little pew-pews going off in their eyes?
I think that is so dope. I'm so excited about that. And the masks, not only that, but the masks look really, really good. They look very detailed, and that is the part of the toy when we were kids. I never even thought about effects like this or anything. This is brilliant.
Yeah, it really brings it to life, the show to life, I think.
Yeah.
And they're all different.
Yep.
Well, two of them are the same, but there's that one with the circles, and there's other ones too. So very cool.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Moving on, we've got a bigger piece of the Global Space Bridge from Funby Studios. Very cool. I should have looked up what these looked like, but I didn't even think about it. But very cool. Yeah,
it is very cool, and I gotta get a 3D printer. Not necessarily for this aspect, but
I was gonna say, when did you pick up the HasLab and didn't tell me?
Yeah, but it does. This makes me want to pull out my original Like if I had this, and it would make me want to pull out my original.
I can see that because this is really cool.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Kai Studios Galvatron's particle cannon.
Go ahead.
It looks fine. Let's just move on. We also have Blur. What do you think of this head on this body?
Oh man, it it looks really good. I do want to see it in color. After seeing the Galvatron head on the actual figure, it did make the figure look better as well. And so I looking at this way, the head looks like it's too good for the figure, but I'm very curious to see it in color on the figure and see if it does the same thing for the Galvatron, if it makes it look better.
Agreed.
The figure look better.
So we'll have to see. But yeah, it looks pretty good.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Next up, we have King Toys. Where is this? TA Hilo Terahau. I don't know what all that means, but it's the Voyager-sized Terahau. I wish I just waited for this one. I don't know where I'm going to put that big guy, and this would be a lot easier to save space, and it looks almost practically the same.
It does. This was somewhat of a, not even somewhat, this was a disappointment for me. I do love the wings and all, but I just didn't like the alt mode of it.
Really? The alt mode, I think, is the best part. The robot mode looks kind of plain.
Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. I like the bot mode, but yeah, I am not picking up the other sizes of this.
What if they do this in blue? The whole set.
Yeah, I'll get it, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be happy about it.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, especially with this picture of the alt mode. The worst part of it, I think the hips needed to like extend outwards to give him a wider stance, because it looked kind of just like the bot.
Yeah, it looks like
with wings.
He looks like he popped down.
Exactly. Yeah. So
the
I
arm
wish transformed a bit more.
The arm looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks decent. So.
But yeah,
Another one, we've got Fanstoys Bandit and these pictures of Lionel Hutz. Go ahead.
I'm excited to finish the set. I'm torn because I think it looks good, and I think it fits with what the figures looked like when the other members were made. I'm just like, man, it took 5 years to make this, or however long to make this. It looks good, and I'm very excited about it. But I think the excitement has worn out for me. I could only imagine how people who've been sitting on this set for when it first came out feel.
That is true. I'm looking it up because isn't he missing a yellow stripe?
Oh yeah, the cartoon.
Does the cartoon not have that? He does not have that on the cartoon. Yeah. Okay, because I'm like, something's wrong with it. But the toy has it, and most depictions of them have it, just not this particular tune. I think the car mode looks fantastic. Mm-hmm. That's why I looked it up. I love the amber windshields and stuff. Looks so good. My only gripe with the figure are from the knees down. They look like they're on the wrong leg.
They do.
You like with the wheel should be on the outside. Again, I don't know if that's a tune thing, but it looks very weird.
And because the above the tire, the curvature.
It looks like it should be the caps.
It looks like it should be on the on the outside.
Yeah. And they could have fixed that by just swiveling the waist and swiveling each of the feet. I mean, maybe the engineering with the ankle tilts and stuff wouldn't have worked then, but that's one of the first things I noticed.
I didn't notice that, but now that's all I keep looking at.
Sorry about that. But look at these pictures. We've got it in halfway transformed mode, which is kind of funny. And I love how snuggly he looks in alt mode. He looks so warm and content. And I just love that. That's how all Transformers need to be when they transform. Very clean bottom as well.
It is very clean. It almost looks like it's a very, very simple transformation. You know, it's because how clean it is. I mean, the bottom is like, if you look at the head, the head, the neck, and the chest, it all looks like it's all in the same position, and it just looks like the arms go straight down and plug in,
and then the legs reverse out.
Yeah, and you know, the toes flip in, and I'm sure it's not that simple, but it does look very, very simple. The part that's throwing me off though is that it looks like he has like the Homer Simpson going on, like you know, we talked about Groove from MMC, how he had like the chest piece that was kind of down here.
That's mistransformed in this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know, but I'm just saying, that's what I was getting at this picture. It looks like he has the Homer Simpson going on, like it's like, and then here comes that belly.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Next up, we have Fans Hobbies, MP10 or MB, not MP, MB10 with MB04. It looks like they shrinked it, and I know there's no proper scale because there was no TV show or anything, so we only really have to go off the toys. I think he looks way too small. Probably good for you because you like your Optimus and Megatron to be the same height, which these are. But I really thought the G2 toy was huge, and that made Megatron look huge, as you can see in the picture that I posted up there as well. And that's what I was hoping to see, and that's not what we're getting. This toy is actually very, very close in size to the original Megatron toy. So, G2 Megatron toy. So, it is what it is. I'll probably still be picking it up, but it's a little disappointing it's not as big as it was. And those feet look horrible as well. Like, you got this 86 Megatron with too wide of feet, and you got this one with too skinny of feet.
Let's do a swap.
It probably would look better.
Yeah, I think that this Megs I could see being a little bit bigger, but I do like the size of them, and I don't know, maybe because I think of this toy, the toy Prime being small as well, from what I remember. But this is, it's still it looks good. It looks really good in bot mode. I did forget like how it's like the thighs and the feet are in the same scale, but those calves and knees was just like, you know, we're gonna work the hell out of this part of the body.
Well, and it's like Fans Hobby could have done, you know, their Fans Hobbyism and made that collapse somehow. I mean, because the Gunfighter is not a one-to-one recreation of the other one, and it seems like they're going more normalized with their figures like the Metal Hawk and whatnot. And I wish this would still have, it might have it, but I hope, let me put it that way, this has the same stylization of this Gunfighter versus their newer, cleaner styling, because then they won't go together very well.
Yeah, it does look good. I will be picking it up as well. I can't remember if I ever had a original G2 Megatron. I don't think I ever did.
Yeah. I kind of want the original one. It looks cool. But either which way, let's move on to something you need for your Optimus collection. And we've got Guardian Models CT10 Mint MP Optimus Prime.
I'll be honest. I don't like this character at all, this version of Prime at all. But I have been trying to find one that I could put in my Prime collection.
There you go.
This ain't it though. I do like the alt mode. The alt mode looks very, very good.
And that's why I thought you would pick this one up. That alt mode is gorgeous.
Yeah. But there was another one that we talked about a while ago.
It was the Legends one.
But no, the MP size one, like the blue on it looked really, really good.
I think that was this one.
Was it this one?
There's so many of these coming out at the same time that I don't know which one's which, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I think the one I'm talking about has already been released, and I think we were talking about like last year. But yeah. But this looks fine. You know, again, if you like the movie aesthetic, I think this is beautiful. This is great for that. I just don't. So it's very hard for me to sit there and say I'm going to buy this one or I'm excited about this one because the price point is going. And I say the price point being like if this was $100, I'm like, eh. If this was $80, I'm like, eh. You know, if it was like, and I'm not saying that it should be. I'm just saying like how much I would be okay spending on a movie figure.
Yeah, I completely get you, but you know, just go get it. You got nothing to lose. Well, Bobby contemplates that. I'm gonna go ahead and make him put it in his cart. We'll be right back with what's incoming, and recently released.
My cart is shut down.
Moving on to incoming. Let me know if you picked this up or not. And that's the Cartavac and Fistatron 2-pack, or Iron Fist, but they can't call him that anymore.
They can't call him what?
I think his name is Iron Fist.
Oh, okay.
But there's a Marvel character called that.
Right.
So they call him Fistatron, which to me sounds very bad, but that's because I have a very, very dirty mind. I really dislike the color of that guy, of Fistatron's gun compared to the rest of them. And I do not like this mustard, yellow, orange, brown on Cartavac.
Oh, man. We really need to have that after dark.
Like, remember that one animated thing I showed you with all the crazy names?
Yes.
That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, that name needs to go with that Galvatron weapon. Yeah.
Anyways, are you picking this up? We got some more pictures, so
I think so. I think I am. I don't have Hey.
I thought you were gonna like these alt modes better than the bot modes.
I think I'll wait.
Well, let me put it this way. Every single Amazon set has gone on sale, except I think Nova Prime didn't. But he's a Prime. I think this one will Black Friday, this will be $30. $35.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait on this set. And it looks okay. I do like the purple.
I really like the
and the
blue
green
on him too. Blue, green, whatever you want to call it. I think that looks good. But part of me was like, he just looks wrong. I don't know much about Cartavac, but he looks wrong. And Delicious Peter.
Oh, I'm not calling him Delicious.
That's who posted these pictures.
I'm not calling the grown man Delicious. To all my
just wait for the After Dark episode, guys.
For all my comedian fans or comic fans, that's a joke from Cedric the Entertainer. So
yeah. Anyways, the brown looks so much better on the G1 toy. I wish they emulated that on this figure versus mustardy color, but this could be an IDW color. I don't know.
I like the colors on the new one better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like all the colors except for that weird mustard brown.
Yeah, I do. I like the colors better. It pops. It doesn't look boring. It gives it some excitement. I actually like, if this is what the character looked like, then I definitely like these new colors more, and it shines. I mean, looks like a superhero, but I do like the colors better.
And let's just take a moment. We already talked about them reusing Reflector. They're using the Weird Wolf for this.
Yeah, that's another reason. I'll wait. I I do like the colors. I don't like the mixture of colors when he turns into alt mode.
Yeah, I agree. You got another Devastator starting soon. No, you already have Long Haul.
Mm-hmm.
The youth version of Ground Bite will be out soon.
Yeah, I paid for this today, actually. It looks good. It looks really good.
This is all obviously still a render. These are, I think, are the first renders we saw, so nothing new. But I'll be interested to see when we have it in hand, and if the greens match on this one versus the Long Haul.
Yeah, this looks really good. It's gonna suck because those are probably stickers. Like the Long Haul had stickers.
I didn't even think about that. That's
It's
a lot.
But it's not as many stickers as
The cars.
The car. Yeah, that car. It was like putting a wrap on. But yeah, I can deal with this. This looks good.
Yeah, I agree. Next, we have A.S. Toys Iron General, white version. So this is already in people's hands. This particular image is via a video by Monkey King. And I'm glad to see that it is a correct white. And it looks very, very nice. I'm interested in it. Don't know if I'm going to pick it up, but it does look very nice. The only thing, before you go, just like that weird Funko Optimus, I wish they painted the face silver.
Oh, okay. I did watch a video on this. I don't know if it was Monkey King, but I did watch a video on this today, and it was in a different language, but it had subtitles, and they talked about it being really good in terms of like the differences between it and how it felt and how things plugged in and snapped together. One of the parts that was really kind of stiff on the official was like when you try to flip his head around. It's like a really, really stiff piece, and they said that this actually moved very freely and very good. So I am in on these repaints. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Well, let me know how they are when you get them in.
Yeah.
I think you need to be in on this, though. We got New Age Toys H-Series, the Legendary Hero set, the clear version. These are by a Weibo user. And that box is very, very cool.
Maybe if they were in these... No, let me stop lying. I was going to say if they were in these colors, I'd be interested, but no, I wouldn't be. I'm skipping out on this set. They look fine, but yeah, there's not even like one of them where I'm like, oh, I would get that one. They look good, but not for my collection.
I agree. I think they look great. I like to see the clear figures that aren't all one color. They're actually different and they look like the characters, but that's also a little bit of a detriment because you can just go get the normal one.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Maybe if there was some episode where they turn into ghosts or something, I don't know. Then maybe you pick them up. Like if there was a reason behind it.
Yeah, and it's when Power Glide is a big old mini bot. I mean, he's bigger than Hound, and the point on his head is taller than Wheeljack. So that's kind of.
Don't you have that one?
The Power Glide?
Yeah. Didn't you get one of the repaints?
I do have a Legends Power Glide, the blue one, but I don't have any of the other. Well, I have a Shatterglass Wind Charger as well, but
didn't you get the Shatterglass Hound too?
No.
Oh, well, there you go.
I got the world's smallest Transformer Hound in my collection as well.
Go ahead and pick up all those.
Yeah, not gonna be able to do it.
Moving into recently released, you're definitely going to be picking up this next thing, whether you like it or not. And that's the KO Thundercracker.
Yeah. I didn't like the price, but I did pick it up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Next, if you are not happy with the Studio Series Megatron and want a cheap KO, you could go ahead and pick that up too. This is Infinite Transformation, Emperor of Destruction.
Do you have this?
No, I don't have any of this mold. I'm okay without it. I have the Make Toys one. G1 Megatron's not my favorite design of Megatron, so I'm good with that one. That one was $50. So
yeah. Another one. Pick it up if you want it, or if you don't have it.
Would you recommend it?
I don't have this one.
Would you recommend the Masterpiece Megatron mold at all?
It's not a fun transformation. I don't think, but if you don't have it in your collection and you want it, it looks great. It's just not a fun transformation.
You need this one in your collection because you like the weird movie repaints. We've got Bayway Toys TW1033B via Neo PXX. Didn't you say this was like, I forget, 2 people that had a baby? Go ahead and pick it up. Put it next to them.
Yeah.
Have a pregnancy photo shoot with them.
Yeah. This, if Jezzy and Dropkick, was it?
That's who it was. Yes. You have to get the Dropkick too. There you go.
Yeah. No, this is all you. I do like the alt mode, but yeah, that face just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. I'm good though. The colors don't speak to me.
It's not expensive either. You should get it.
Yeah, no, I'm good. If it was a black race car, I'd be more inclined. But white and red are not my favorite colors.
Yeah, I think the alt mode looks very good, and
it does.
Who knows? Maybe I'll pick it up at some point, but just not now.
You got to pick these up though. We got New Age Marvin and Sid.
Yeah, the white one looks dope. I almost grabbed that one, and the lockdown. I did almost grab those, and I passed.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and pick it up now. Lastly, we have Rising Force LO3 Creep or Drag Strip. We haven't talked about these in quite some time, and this kind of just stealth dropped. But it doesn't look horrible.
I actually thought this set was completed, so
that's what I thought. But then this came out, so maybe this is a reissue.
Maybe.
But Breakdown didn't come out, and neither did the weird Menasor.
The weird Menasor.
The where it had like an extra pieces to it. Remember that, like the pieces combine into another robot.
Oh, okay. I was that them? I guess it was
these guys, yeah.
I guess it was Rising Force. Yeah, I thought it was finished. I have not heard anything good about this set.
Same. Honestly, I was in when they said these were MP scale and they were like $30-$40. I'm like, got it. That's what I want. And then they changed the legends and I was like, and didn't change the price. And I'm like, that was probably a miscommunication somewhere.
It was definitely. Yeah. But yeah, I was in on the MP size as well, and then I started hearing that they weren't the greatest figures, and I'm being nice, but I've heard
some really bad things about these.
Yeah, so I just didn't even attempt to pick these up. I have enough Stunticons as well, so yeah, that's it. This does look good though. It does look good for a legend. I shouldn't say for. It looks good in legend scale.
Yep. And, you always need more. Go pick them up.
Not gonna do it.
Let us know what you think down below about all of the stuff we talked about. And I'm about ready to log off of my mental duties for today. So I will see all of you later.
You will TC?
Whatever. I don't care. My vocal cords aren't working anymore.
Yeah, my eyes are red, and no, I don't smoke. So this is sleep. As always, to all debates are one. Please click that subscribe button, like, share, comment. We'll talk to you next time. As always, later.